So I got up bright and early. That's me in my school bathroom, and I'm brushing my teeth. I got up at like 3 a.m., I think, not even like 2 a.m. So just to get to my mom's house, because that's who's gonna drive me. Anyway, that's my outfit. I have Grover socks on. I'm wearing all blue, with my special Grover hat, and there I am. That's me starting my journey, walking down the stairs and such. It's it's cold out, and the normal path that I take to get to my car is through a building, and that building's locked. It's 3:35, 37-ish a.m., and I'm walking around the entire school now because there's construction. So every normal path I would take is locked or closed, or like is blocked off or something. So yeah, it's very cold out. I'm wearing a coat over my sweatshirt. Both should probably be zipped up. I should have brought gloves or something. My fingers are cold. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I can go this way, and that's like slightly faster. Okay, bye-bye. There we are, driving with my moms. The moms are driving, and we're driving to Poughkeepsie to get on the train station. It was very nice out in the morning. Very cold though. And yeah, there's a station. We could have went to Connecticut or whatever, but that's not New York, so I decided not to. And just like New York is so pretty sometimes, and you don't hear people talking about it. And I liked going on the train for the first time. This is Grand Central Station. It was humongous. I went in the bathroom there, and it was scary. But yeah, it's pretty. That's not the bathroom there. That's in it like a. That's the shirt I got from the musical. That's the bathroom in like a gas station. I don't remember where. Oh yeah, I forgot it was raining for a majority of it. It was terrible. And that's the stage. Howdy. So I just got back from seeing the musical. I got this little Grover, and I also got the Waitress poster, which I hope to show later. But here are my thoughts. Here are my immediate. Well, not my immediate. This is like a few weeks after. It was fun. It's a great musical. I suggest most people see it. It's short. It's like an hour long. So here's some things. All the audio is pre-recorded except for the human character, who is they're like new. They change is what I'm getting at, and their dialogue. Well, they have scripted dialogue obviously, but their audio is obviously recorded live. Well, recorded. Like they sing live. The Muppets don't. And that led to an issue at the beginning of the show, but throughout the show was fine. Nothing changed. Like nothing mattered. Well, nothing was a problem. And so here's some things. Big Bird's not in it, obviously, because the puppeteer would have to look at a monitor, and then like that's not feasible. But Abby Cadabby was in it. She had I wish she had more stage time. She was on for like approximately 3 minutes, and that's it. Gabrielle, which is a newer Muppet who I'm not used to because I'm this well, I watched 70s Sesame Street. She was there for a short bit, not very long. The Count was there for a very short amount of time. The Count had a song. Every character that showed up had a song, except for Bert. Bert and Ernie had the But I Like You song, but Bert didn't have his own song. Grover also didn't have his own song. He had Fuzzy and Blue with Cookie Monster and a Martian. The Martian started the show by saying no phones, be respectful, whatever, by like holding up signs and saying yip while saying what the sign said. Oscar the Grouch, he has I Love Trash. He's in the show. He's a critic. He's a musical critic for the New Yuck Times. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, if you're gonna go see the show, get the cheap seats. Get the seats way in the back because the theater 555, which is the one I went to, theater 555, the one I went to, the seats were at like an angle. Like this is the front seat. This is like the seat behind it. Like this is where I was sitting. And I could see everything. I could see the puppeteers' heads. I could see the puppeteer, like every now and then a puppeteer's face would show up, and I'd like, So if you don't want to see that, sit towards the middle. That's probably really good. Well, obviously that's really good. But like if you if you don't if you just care if you care about Sesame Street in the way I do, where it comes from like I'm enjoying it for what it is. I'm a puppeteer, so I'm like watching it for the performances. Um, and if you just don't mind seeing people's heads, and it's like whatever, like it's perfect seats. Like you see everything. Um, there was bubbles for Rubber Ducky, which was awesome. At the very end, there was confetti. Well, not confetti. There's streamers that just poof out of cannons. What else? They did the counting to 12 thing, like the from the 1970s pinball cartoon. Like they did that, and that was interesting. I liked it a lot. There's a few there are Muppet segments that are not like well they have names, but like they're not like main characters. Like there's the Muppet Dancers, the Monster Muppet. I don't know what they're called on Sesame Street because they're not called. The characters don't call themselves Muppets, obviously, but there was like these giant, I want to say 8 foot tall like monsters where there's 4 puppeteers and they all have sticks and rods, and one person controls the feet, the other person controls the arms and the head and the body and all that, and that there's 2 of those for one segment, and that's awesome. By the way, I'm sorry if you care about spoilers, but it's a Sesame Street musical that's an hour long. There's not a deep plot. Grover is in it a lot, actually. Grover and Elmo are like 2 of the more prominent characters. They have a sheep stage manager who's in there more than I care for, but whatever. And that's another main character, but like it's Elmo, the sheep, Grover, and then it like switches off between certain characters who gets stage time. And like every now and then I'd just be like, oh yeah, here's the next number. And sometimes they'd do number after number, and then they'd be like, here's the human segment where the human has to get over like stress or anxiety about performing because they're you know how the Muppet Show, like you're watching the Muppets put on a play? It's like that. And this character's nervous about their performance, which is, something. And my performer, I don't remember their name, but I'm going to continue using they, them pronouns because the performer changes every few times. Because I watched the previews, like the video previews for the show, and it was a male presenting person. And then for when I saw it, it was a female presenting person. So, sorry, a feminine and masculine. You get the idea. But yeah, it was nice. It was funny. It was cute. It was sweet. I smiled. I clapped. I cheered. I sang along. If you're gonna buy merch, buy it before the show. Little kids are not good at making decisions. They just aren't. I paid $35 to go see this show, and it was another $35 more to go take a picture with the honks. The honks are also super prevalent in this musical. They also started the show with the Martians. They honked the Sesame Street theme. It was really cute. I'd suggest doing that. I'd suggest taking a picture with the honks. I didn't. I wish I did, but I just didn't have that money. I spent $101 on merch alone. And I got a sweatshirt, I got Grover, and I got the poster. The poster being of Grover and waiter and waitress. But it's waiter. I need to hang it up still. But yeah, I give the show okay, so as like a musical, like I paid $35 for this. You're not gonna get like Hamilton levels of thought-provoking or intense musical numbers because it's live puppetry. But like I think it was worth it. I didn't drive, but I was driven 4 hours to New York City and then 4 hours back. And I spent $35 to watch the show, and I think it was worth the trip and the money. If I was in New York City, or like closer to it, I'd spend that money and it'd be like, I don't know. Point is, you're not gonna see some grandiose like Phantom of the Opera type musical because it's like Sesame Street the musical. It's made for small children. But even as an adult, there's like 3 adults there, 3 groups of adults there, groups as in like 2 to 3 people who went to see it without children. And I think they had just as much fun, if not more fun, than the children did, because the children were crying and screaming the entire time, and you can't really see Elmo through the tears. So yeah, I'm giving this musical. I don't want to give it a rating. That feels wrong in this musical. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing. I think it was definitely worth the time, the money, and hearing small children yell. So yeah. Also, they're like, you can record, you can take pictures at the bows, and we're gonna let you know when you can do that, so you can turn on your phones. So I recorded a majority of the bows. I took pictures of Rosita and another character, I don't remember who, but then I recorded the rest, and I think I did a pretty good job with camera work. I wasn't loud, so yeah, I'm gonna play that right after this.
2 audience members, 3, 4, 5 audience members, 6.
All right, Cal, that's enough. Bye, everybody.
No.
Bye. Guys, give it up for Genevieve, everybody. This is Mary Jean. Sign off.
You want to say goodbye first, Bert? Why, thank you, Ernie. Now, Odie, representing for the first time on a Broadway stage, Rubber Ducky. Wait, what? Think about Rubber Ducky. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad that is over with. Hey, Bert, I got a couple of notes for you.
Oh, wait for me. Wait for me. Bye-bye, everybody.
You don't be shy. Applaud all you want. I am fuzzy and cute after all. We should think about the sequel. What are y'all still doing here? Can't the crowd get some peace and quiet? I told you to scram!